So as you can see, it's a little cattywampus. So we're going to see if we can fix it, because these little blades right now are running $300 and $500 for these little cheap ones on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not paying that for one. I think I paid $25 for this blade, and I think this is actually rather repairable. This isn't exactly heavy duty steel. It's too light duty for the tractor itself. But anyway, right here is one of the main things. It broke right there, and it bent this angle iron. And so we're going to do, I don't have my torches up here, so it may be a bit of a challenge. I may use the vise on the excavator here and straighten out some, but we'll take this bolt out here or cut it off and try to rebend it and weld this across, and probably gonna have to redo this bolt here and twist this back out of it and see if we can't straighten it out. I think it's salvageable, because let's see if we can repair this one just for good time's sake, and worst case we can take it and sell it on Facebook for a retarded amount of money. So anyway, see if we can get a hold of this thing and bend it down, twist it down so it straightens out some. Let's see if he'll even do anything with it. It may not. Maybe a total waste of time trying to fix it. Oh, there went my hammer. I forgot to get it off, but it's all good. That's actually pretty straight right there. Kind of trying to keep pressure on it and roll the thumb out. Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually rather straight right there. Huh. I tell you what, that's really not that bad. By the time I gotta figure out how to get this bolt out. I guess I'll get the impact and stuff, try to get it out. Okay, the bottom nut's a 3/4, and the top is also. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing. Ouch. I'm afraid it's pretty gnarly. I may actually, if I had bolts, I'd just cut it. Trying to push it up and get this wrench on it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to cut these. I actually think I have some bolts in there. Let me go confirm I have some bolts for it. I may just go ahead and use a grinder and cut these off. I think I have some that I bought for something else that I don't need right now, so we'll go look. Gotta be careful though, this thing likes to lose pressure. As you can see, it was right here. I was messing with it. Oh man, this thing's loose. So let me go see about the bolts. Okay, great news. I actually do have some bolts. They're same diameter. Same diameter. Bought these. I got a flail mower that goes on this thing, one of them Chinese flail mowers, and I bought these to replace the standard grade bolts that come on them. I just have never done it. So we'll just use them on here, and I'll get some more of these, maybe, if I remember. So we'll get the grinder and let's cut these. I guess I'll just cut the nuts off, what I'll do. Y'all get your safety gear on. As you can see, I've got mine on already. So let's see if we can pull this stuff out. Trying to cut it out. Beautiful. I'm not sure where that went, but I didn't hear it. Oh, there it is. Do the same thing here. This one wanting to spin. Let's put our wrench on it. Hold it, because it's a lot easier to cut the side of the nut off than it is generally You'd think they'd use a decent quality bolt, but who knows. So it's a lot easier to cut through the nut. And as you can see, I suspended it with a chain because it wasn't a matter of if, but when it fell. I like to be safe because I got rubber boots on. I don't want a big blade hitting my feet. Man, that thing's still. I figured it'd just spin right off. It's like I guess this thing's seen too many salt seasons. Here's the bolt. Not the bolt we need though. All right, I take that back. We're gonna cut the stupid bolt. These don't want to spin out of it. Sucks as there's a loose washer in there, and I don't know. I don't like that. I need a pair of channel locks. Is what I need. Get that and this one up. This thing went 3 feet down in the ground. There it is. I'll throw it off in the ditch after when y'all aren't watching. This one over here I may be able to get a good wrench on because look at this. The washer protruded through where it wasn't ever tight. Sitting there jarring back and forth. Let's hey, look, that one's reusable. It's just missing part of it. Beautiful. Save all your hardware. You don't ever know when you're gonna need something. Should have done that from the get-go. This one here, man, this thing's just ferrozine. Yeah, this thing's pretty well rounded here. I don't think a pair of channel locks or anything's gonna be able to hold that thing. I don't know, I'm not. Actually, yeah, look at that, cool. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is weld this before man, them holes are just so wallered out, it's ridiculous. Not even sure why those bolts are there other than maybe to replace this part of it. I mean, man, might as well just weld this stinking thing together. I may go ahead and put a bolt in on this end so it don't, I mean, it's probably going to twist down. I'm going to put it on this hole here so I'm not going to have to weld this. This one needs to be re-welded, but, and it really could use to be hammered down a wee bit, but, we'll see. I'll put a bolt and stuff through there just to be on the safe side before it totally plows down through there. These are grade 8s with some nylon, and of course the heavy duty washer. Man, see here. I really wish I had this in the thumb so I could put a little pressure on it. Let's see, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. Tell you what I'm gonna do, use some of these spare washers. I don't know. I just don't know if that thing's gonna. Should have put it on the top. Dadgummit. 6 of one, half dozen of another, but I guess I can line these up. I don't know if that's going to tighten up enough to do anything. I have to get a deep socket. Actually straightened right up. Cool. All right, now we can take this end out. Oh, this end came out voluntarily now. Cool. All right, let's do some grinding and some welding. I'll tell you what, I have a half a notion just to weld this thing across through here. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a big old wallered out hole right there, and that's where it bent too. But I mean, the actual cutting edge is still relatively straight. There's so much slop in this plow, you can only ask for so much. Just fix it like it is and try it. Like I said, it's just for snow removal, so yeah. Let's get the welder set up, grind this down and weld this across through here where it busted the hole. That way it don't come undone again right there, and let it tilt around. All right, y'all don't laugh at my welding. I don't claim to be a professional. I don't even claim professional equipment. Everything you see here is from Harbor Freight. So we're going to use some 6011 rod, also known as the farmer's rod, and try to bond this together. Maybe if we're feeling spunky, we'll go over it with some 7018. Probably not, but just kidding. And we're running it off a generator because I don't have a plug up here. So we'll see how it does. I got my fancy gloves. I do got a decent pair of welding gloves, but that's about it. No, actually, this little titanium 200 Unlimited, I do like it. It welds nice. I'm just not a regular welder. Trying not to fill the hole in all the way, but also trying to get a little bit of a bond here. The problem is it's overlapping, which I should have just. Let me see how much of a weld that is. I should have just cut this thing out of here now that I look at it and pulled it up. Might do that actually. Just make an incision here and let it pull up. That way it's flush and it's not all cattywampus looking. Probably be a better idea. So let me do that. Keep forgetting this helmet has a grind mode on it. Might save my eyeballs. We're through. Now let's see if we can smack that part off. Hammer versus hammer. Yay, I did it. Sure would be nice to have a shop to work in. He's over there with all my other junk. And Keith from Melford Family Farms, if you're watching this, I don't want to hear about my welding because we all saw yours and it don't even compare. I'm just kidding. I wish I could weld that good. Let's see. Bead in there, that's a little bit better. It's a little stretched. About all it's gonna get. Might actually be able to drive this part down to even it up actually. Who knew you could? Now look at that, it came down itself because now it's level. Piece of crap clump. Yeah. Funny, I said I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on this thing, probably already 2 hours in this stupid thing. I haven't even welded the part on I need on it. Alright, that's pretty decently straight right there. Let's sear that together and we'll put a bolt in it and then we'll put the top part on. This is ridiculous. These auto darkening helmets are nice. I never had one for the longest time. And yeah, they're nice. Let's see if we can not weld our hammer in there. It's a little tricky because we're actually joining two pieces of metal together. There's probably about an 1/8 inch gap in. I'm gonna let it cool for a minute. I have to find a filler. That thing's jumping around. See if that'll solve that problem. Yeah, there we go. You know what they say, a good grind will make anybody a good welder. So, I got her filled in here a little bit. I'll bring you over here and let you look at it, see what you think. So it's broken off right there. I was trying to filled it up, but it kept dripping, you see, so I put that piece in there and filled it. So let's grind it down and do one more beat around it and see what it does. I actually got a grinding wheel, but it's up there. The thing to take this off is in the Ranger. Alright, there's a few gaps. Let's fill those in and see if we can get done. Too shabby there, John Raby. Not too shabby. I'm one of them guys that uses the thing down to the last little bit. I could have broke that off and used it to fill in a gap, but I didn't. So. Oh well. Alright, let's a lot of slag or whatever the heck they call that. Alright, let's make it look pretty. Honestly, probably just gonna leave it like that because I really don't look that bad. And I'm just gonna put a bowl in it. We can all watch it break together down the road. Junk lock washer on the top, then we're going to go big washer. Big washer and junk lock washer on the bottom. This thing probably worked better than it ever has. About to turn around and sell it for $1,000. I'm kidding. I'm going to have to probably go get a deep socket because oh shit, on Lalo's, this ain't doing the tricky. Tighten right up. Man. Yeah, let me go get a deep socket and we'll see what we wind up with. Alright, let me show you what we wound up with. Welded that back together, got her good and tight there. There's still a bit of a gap right there, but this thing, you can't really see it. Well, you might be able to. There's a bit of a bow to it still. Like I said, I'm not overly worried about it. I'm just trying to use it for snow removal. And put that one back in there, tighten them up with the old Milwaukee on power number 2. And all right, let's flip it down and weld the front part on. See if we can do a little better job. All right, y'all, sorry my phone went dead. This is the finished product. We're actually able to pick it up now. Yay. So anyway, I welded this up part in here I'd made for it. I welded that back in, welded the support back on, and yeah, it seems pretty solid. It's relatively straight. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. There is a bit of a divot in there. We're going to see how well it works. It may only work good one way, but we'll see. Of course, you saw I bolted the bottom on. And trying to think what else. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna go see how well it works. I did a couple I did a root pass of 60 11 on my bubble gum there, and it ain't the prettiest thing, so I'm not gonna lie. And up here, and then I did a 70-18 on top of it, but I figured something out new when I was welding today, so it's interesting. Might make me a little better welder in the future. So anyway, let's go see if it breaks on us. All right, we're plowing, we're scraping. Hasn't broke on us yet. We've got about 18 feet done, so maybe we can make it to 30 foot before it snaps. It seems to be working. I'm creeping along, so that's probably a lot of the reason it ain't kicking it off to the side. And this stuff's trying to refreeze. This is from unthawed pretty good earlier today, but trying to get this top layer off, so maybe tomorrow it'll all melt. But let's get out here on the road a little bit and get it wound up a little bit. Kicked it up a few gears. It seems to be doing relatively well. I'm gonna make it and pitch it at the other angle since it does have that little bit of a bow to it, and see if it doesn't do a little better. But I really can't complain, man. It's doing a decent job, and it hasn't broke yet.